Hey everybody, welcome to Rounding at Home with Mrs. V. All right, so we've been talking about rounding dollars and dimes. All right, so we're going to kind of review that and then we're going to move on to rounding to the nearest penny. All right, but you'll notice here I have dropped the dollar sign from the amounts that I'm going to be putting up. All right, so you can always pretend that the dollar sign is still there. All right, so rounding to the nearest one, okay, $1. So we've got 25 and 326 thousandths. So if we're rounding to the nearest dollar, we're going to be looking at the ones, all right? So we're going to round, we're going to start here, we're going to say 25, we're going to put that at the bottom, and 26 is what we're going to put at the top. So what would go in between 25 and 26? Oh, I know. 25 and 5/10. All right. So where would 25 and 326 thousandths go? Well, if 25 is here, 26 is here, 25 and 5/10 is in the middle, I notice there's 3/10. So that's going to go below the middle line. So 25 and 326 thousandths, it's going to go right here. So this is approximately, because it's closer to 25, it is approximately, let me get my pen out here, approximately 25 when we're rounding to the nearest one. All right? Okay. Now, let's take this number again, and this time we're going to round it to the nearest tenth. Well, when I look at this original number, I have to identify what is in the tenths place. Now, remember, tenths, tenth of a dollar is a dime. So we're going to be looking to see what would be in the dimes place. Well, in the dimes place, we have a 3. So when we go ahead to make our scale this time, and you can use one of your templates, we're going to go ahead and put 25 and 3/10 down here because we're rounding to the nearest tenth. And then up here, we're going to put 25 and 4/10. So what's going to go in the middle of this time? Oh, I know. 25 and 35 hundredths. So now I have to determine where will this go on the line. Well, I've got 25 and 326 thousandths. So I've got the 32 here. So I'm going to underline that because that's what I'm going to look at. That 32. Let's see. Where will my 32 go? Will that go above the middle line or below the middle line? Let's see. 32. So that would be 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So 32 is going to go right about here, 25 and 326 thousandths. So again, to the nearest tenth, it's going to round down, and it's going to be approximately, when it's to the nearest tenth, 25 and 3/10. All right, now, what about to the nearest hundredth? Well, this time, instead of looking at the 3/100th, remember, 100 pennies equals $1. We're going to look at where we would find the pennies. Well, here's the $10 bills, the $1 bills, the dimes. Here's the pennies. And remember, this is less than pennies. All right, so here we've got the pennies part. So now we've got to figure out, we've got to write this 25 and, how are we going to write this? 25 and it's going to be in between 2. So it's going to be in between the 30. Let's see. In between the 32. Can't get that to work right. And the 25 and 33 hundredths. All right, so what would go in between here? 25 and 32 and 500 thousandths. All right, so that's, we've got the 25 here. So we've got 32. If we were to write this on a scale, we would put 32, 321 thousandths, 25 and 322 thousandths, 325, 30, 300, 225 and 323 thousandths. I'm getting tongue-tied here. 25 and 324 thousandths. See the pattern here? So we've got 320, 321, 22, 323, 324, 325, and it's going to keep going up until it gets to, let's see, we've got the 25 and 326, 25 and 327, 25 and 328, 25 and 329, and then here would be the 330. All right, so it's in between these two. Do you see how I made my scale? I hope you're able to see that, all right? All right, and so since I have my scale now, I can go ahead and put 25 and 326 thousandths on here. Now, here was my middle line. So is it above the middle line or is it below the middle line? It's above the middle line. So this time it's going to round up. It's going to round up to 325 and 330 thousandths. All right? So it went from 326, which was here, and it was in between 320 thousandths and 330 thousandths because we were going up 1/100th. We've got the 2 here, we've got the 3 here. Okay, and so it's closer to, or approximately, 325 and 300 thousandths. All right? Okay. So this week we're going to be working on rounding to the nearest 1, to the nearest 10th, and to the nearest 100th. If you have any questions, you can always ask me in class or you can email me and I will get back to you. I want you to keep watching, keep thinking, always stay curious, and I'll see you next time.